So you're stuck in your head and you want to get out. Let me show you how. Go ahead and close your eyes. And give yourself full permission to totally relax and be fully present here and now. I want you to take a nice deep breath in. And let it out. Another deep breath in. And out. Another deep breath in. And out. And I want you to let go of the past. Let go of the future. I want you to let go of any expectations. I want you to let go of your story. I want you to let go of any roles that you play. I want you to let go of any identities that you have. I want you to let go of everything that you know and simply remain empty and open. And see that as this empty, open, vast space that you are. See that this open space simply allows anything to arise in it. That it simply accepts everything that arises in it. See that the mind arises in it. Thoughts appear and disappear in this vast, empty space. See that this vast, empty space is consciousness. See that you are conscious of the mind. You are conscious of thoughts appearing and disappearing. You are prior to the mind. Thoughts come and go. And you are the consciousness that is conscious of thoughts coming and going. The fact that you are conscious of thoughts coming and going is proof that you are prior to the thoughts, and that you, consciousness, are always present. That is why you are conscious of thoughts coming and going, appearing and disappearing, changing. You are changeless. You, as consciousness, do not come and go. You, as consciousness, do not appear and disappear. Thoughts appear and disappear within you as consciousness. Consciousness is like the very background that is always still, always silent, always conscious. It is what knows the mind. The mind, you could say, is in front of consciousness. Consciousness is beyond the mind. Consciousness is what knows the thoughts. It is what knows the mind. See clearly that you are never stuck in the mind, that you are never stuck in your head, that you have always been free. You are beyond the mind. You always have been, and you always will be. See that as consciousness. You are conscious when the mind is overactive, or if the mind is calm. You are conscious of the state of mind. You are conscious of the state of mind because you are beyond the mind. You are the consciousness that watches the mind. You are the consciousness that watches the activity of the mind, the content of the mind. That's how you know the mind. That's how you know thoughts. Because as consciousness, you are always still and silent, ever present, simply resting in the background. And see that consciousness is untouched by thoughts. It is untouched by the mind because it is beyond the mind. No thoughts can touch consciousness. Thoughts come and go, just as clouds come and go. And the thoughts are dependent on consciousness, just like clouds are dependent on the sky. And it doesn't matter what type of clouds come and go in the sky. The sky is always untouched by the clouds. Similarly, you, as consciousness, are always untouched by thoughts. There are no thoughts that can touch you. Thoughts are dependent on you. You do not depend on thoughts. You exist without thoughts. Thoughts cannot exist without you. See this clearly. Become conscious of the space in between thoughts. That is pure consciousness. That is what you are. Become conscious of the silence between the words I speak. That is you, pure silence, consciousness as pure silence, pure stillness. It is the stillness that is conscious of the activity of the mind. It is the silence that is conscious of the noise of the mind. You are that stillness. You are that silence. It is the context that is conscious of the content of the mind. See that you are an infinite container with no boundaries or borders, just a container that is infinite. And see that all the contents of your mind appear within you. And you are always beyond the contents of the mind. And you are always untouched by the contents of your mind. It is only when we become so identified with thoughts that we believe to be the thought, that we believe to be in the mind. But see clearly right now for yourself. Confirm this with your own direct experience, that you are beyond the mind, that without thought you still exist. That being conscious of being conscious is peaceful. You are aware of thoughts. Thoughts are not aware of you. Anything that you are aware of, you cannot be. You are not your thoughts, and you are not the mind. You are prior to the mind. You are beyond the mind. And you are free from the mind.